because you make a statement about I should not fight the way I do. Remember that you said that I didn't like the way he fight. He should follow the rules. He should do protection in a regular ring. And then I answer you back. You see my answer, right? No. Before you're an actor, you're a martial artist, right? It's the martial art to bring you to doing movies. Am I right? So we share the common
love. I think everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I don't like to hear from other people. I always love to come and see in person, see the guy, and then talk to the guy, and make things clear in person, right?
Correct.
So yeah, here I am. No, I'm trying to quit. I used to.
Yeah, I mean, I think the press is just always trying to make news out of negativity, and a lot of it is just sometimes clever editing of the quotes. I always say that people that love the martial art, it doesn't matter what style, it's the same passion.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same passion, and we try and just pursue the love. And then a lot of people have it, but they don't pursue it. People like martial art, but they never have the chance or the opportunity to pursue it.
Yeah, true.
And we do, and we go for it. And
I can see that here. This is the thing, right?
Yeah, living the passion.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we have in common.
Quite fortunate.
How long have you been doing martial art? My God, more than 20 years for sure.
I think since I was 10 years old, and then I stopped competing when I was 26, but I went into more of just light training and teaching. Yeah. And then, but mostly now I don't even, because my student is good enough to run the class.
Yeah.
So I'm just sit back and enjoy
their
passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just, every day I just love to relax and just watch the kid train.
Yeah. So now you're pushing the next generation, right, to improve it.
When I was young, I loved to have a place to train. Sometimes you don't have a good school around, so I'm just trying to provide that place for people who love to come and train. And it's good, the activity of martial art is never about business. You're trying to.
I know that. I could do more money elsewhere than in martial art. When we do that, because we really, like you said first, we have a love for this beautiful thing, it's martial art.
At a young age, I always question, why the passion for, what's the drive for my, and as I grow up in I wouldn't say it's the martial art, it's philosophy, it's the way, right? I mean, every martial art is the Tao, right?
Yeah, the way, exactly.
The way. Why is it not the style, but the Tao? I ask myself, where's the way lead to, right? But it's not written in like a religion or anything. It's not written.
Well, you have to fight in yourself by doing martial art.
Yeah, you're just fighting yourself. You're just training how to lose, basically.
Yeah,
the first day you start in martial art, you think you're training to win.
I know.
You're just training to lose that ego.
But the thing is, what I love, my grandmaster told me, that the worst enemy you have is the one you see every morning when you brush your tooth.
I love him.
You see, and it's true. When you do martial arts, it's fighting against yourself,
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to train, but okay, I'm gonna go train. Sometimes you don't want to teach. It's always about you.
Yes, fantastic. I love to see that. The young martial artists, when they first come in, they don't really see that philosophy.
No.
Yes, they think they train to get better, to beat somebody else.
Exactly.
And then at the point, and then ultimately they realize, man, I've been just beating myself, the one self that wanted to beat.
Exactly. But it takes time. It takes time, you know. When we're younger,
like we said.
no, exactly. Because when we're younger, it's about winning over the others, but no, it's here. Yeah. Well, this is why. Well, it's good that I'm talking to you because I think we have the same point of view of martial art when you're really into it, right? And this is why sometimes I do exchange, but not to be the best. You know, you cannot be the best. It's impossible, you know.
It's like trying to conquer the limitless.
Exactly. Hey, I love this. Yeah. But it's not about that. It's about the drive, the feeling to learn. Even if you lose, this is what I love of martial art. You did competition before, right? Remember the first time you came to the ring, you don't know the guy, that feeling, that drive, but it's all in you, see?
It's the challenge toward yourself.
Exactly, because sometimes you lose because you lose against yourself,
Yeah, that's what normal people don't get, and I think that's what the press don't get.
No.
They think it's the challenge of something else, but it's not. It's not really. Ultimately, the challenge is here.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy inside.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So that's why. When they told me, asked me, what do you like about Johnny? As martial artist. To tell you the truth, I didn't know much but when I said, okay, I'm gonna look at Johnny, and then I see you start doing movies, then I go back. Man, you're very good at kicks. That's really impressed me. The kicks. How long you put to do those kicks, And they asked me, what do you want? Why do you want to go see Johnny? And I said, I'm gonna say anything because if I said that long, it's gonna be that later on. You understand?
You wouldn't believe how many phone calls I get from the press lately. I just don't answer.
Yeah, I can see that. But
because I believe I talk to since my time as being an actor, I talk to many press.
Yeah.
And always when I read the article, I go, well, that's not really what
I said. Exactly. Lately, I have an example. Lately, Twin Hack and all that story. And then one newspaper came and I said a joke. Is I'm gonna stop paying Tom and Jerry, But I just see that they make a big story about my joke. But my joke was very simple.
I believe they try to find every bad image. Even I don't read the news, yes, but some friends share some news clips.
Yeah.
Photos or articles on Facebook to me, and I just look and I go, wow. The way they portray you is like the bad guy,
the troublemaker.
Yes,
the troublemaker. I know.
And I go, you know what? I know the press.
Yeah. But it makes more noise. Okay. Well, after when we finish all that, we will have another conversation more like that. How can I say? Martial artist.
Yeah.
Okay. And I say more about my background, where I came from, and when I heard from you, because you have a lot of things I can learn from you.
We always have many things to learn from each other.
So, and something that my master teach me, I always try to put in application. When you say something, you do it. So always trying to keep my word. Back in the days, I'm gonna come see Johnny, I'm gonna shake the hands. I'm gonna do it. I'm not just a guy who's talking, because a lot of people just talking, and when the time comes, nothing happens,
And it's funny because martial artists, we visit other schools quite often. I do that all the time, when I go to a new city or even India, I go visit the school. And here we have many martial artists visit the school. It doesn't have to be press noisy.
I know that.
It's quite normal. I get some people calling me up and they say, no, it's very normal to visit a martial arts school. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And we have great martial artists come here all the time too. But for some reason, being, I think we're generating negativity into martial art by the press. And that's not what we want to do. We want parents to look at martial art as a place to put their kids in, to train, to get more discipline, to have a stronger will.
Yeah, health, mentally health.
Themselves,
Yeah,
we don't want to portray martial art that way. So, I tell people that in martial art, you come in, you naturally have a lot of maybe testosterone or negative energy inside. Out in the world. You run into that. And you go in the dojo and you beat the hell out of it. And you let that all out. What you bring back home is positive energy.
Exactly.
And what you bring out to the world is positive energy. It's not about learning the aggression here. It's about letting the aggression go in the dojo.
Exactly. And the dojo is the only place you would discover some things you didn't know about yourself. When you remember when you were a beginner, when you started the martial art, you don't know your ability, you don't know your weakness, and then by doing it, you're starting to discover yourself, It's a beautiful path, and so that's why even today, what we're doing now is a good example of how martial art can really exchange, Sometimes, okay, we're going to use the press, okay, the press is here, okay. But at the end, it's about the mutual respect and the good part of visiting other schools. Like you said before, it's very normal to go visit other schools when you do it in a good way with respect,
Yes.
And then you can share, share knowledge, share passion,
It's, when we come into martial art, when we come into martial art, we first learn the martial art, we always get beat up by the guys.
The elder.
The elder.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember that very well.
Come on, right? Who comes in very good at the beginning. So we actually learn how to lose. Yeah, we learn how to lose our cockiness. Yeah.
Ego.
Our ego.
Ego. That ego. Yeah.
And the thing about martial art is that as we get good, as we get better, the more we train. Of course, it comes with a lot of determination, commitment. Yes. That has to. You kind of have to kill away the laziness, all the aggression in order to grow in martial art. The more we train, we get better. And when we look at the new people come in, we don't really disrespect them, right? That's what us.
But that's what I love. You change the role. Before you receive the teaching, after you have to give it back.
Right.
Been there, done that. So you have experience. It's up to you now to let the other people grow. Take care. Yeah.
You look at them and you see, that was me. That was me a long time ago. That was the guy who was clumsy and couldn't even get the technique, even though I see it and I can't. The body is just not connected, The neural is not
it's here, but doesn't come the connection. Yeah, I know.
And so, sometimes that's the joy of teaching for me, to see, me in the previous passion inside, the young folk.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's very relaxing to just walk around and look at them train. And then I also try to start run competition.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I organized quite a few competitions here.
MMA?
I organized the first MMA competition in Vietnam here.
Oh yeah.
And I did that I ran 8 MMA competitions before the government said it's temporary, not legal, to run MMA competitions. Before there's no rule.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're trying to, what would you say, sanction it, So maybe the time will come when we begin. But then after that, I run competition that is kind of like Muay Thai, but we allow takedown.
Okay.
No
K1, like K1? Kind of K1?
Yeah, kind of. You allow all kind of takedowns.
Yeah.
You make it more open for all martial artists.
Yeah. All martial arts included?
Yes. And
interesting.
It's not because let's say in certain style they allow takedown, but not kick or punch. Some style like judo, some style allow kick and punch and knee and elbow, but not. You cannot grab the weights or grab the leg and take down or sweep anything.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do MMA, but we do more of
more free.
More free, stand up and take down.
Yeah. Interesting.
So we ran quite a few of those competitions.
Oh yeah.
Lately, last year. And then just recently, about 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Okay.
So that encouraged a lot of.
In here?
I ran a lot of competition here, but last year I ran a lot around in Da Nang and recently come out in the south. Ho Chi Minh is more difficult to get the permits for me.
Oh yeah?
I guess still very political. There's many sides. Right? In other places it's easier. But hopefully in the near future we get to run more.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
40? Oh my God, you don't look like. Yeah, still young, man. Yeah, it doesn't look like that old.
That's funny because Victor Cui and the 1FC came here because they're trying to get the 1FC to Vietnam,
Yeah.
And he asked me if I wanted to compete in the 1FC. Man.
Really? He asked you that?
And he said, I haven't competed since I'm 26. That's like 19 years ago.
Long time ago, yeah.
So, but my student, he's in the lock.
He's still in the field of
he's
battle.
In the 1FC now. So
He's on the top here.
He was scheduled to fight 3 times, but we couldn't get the visa.
Really? Okay.
Vietnamese very hard to get the visa to go to Macau, so we have to wait for.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So we have to wait for to organize a competition in a Southeast Asian country where it's easier for Vietnamese to compete. That'd be very soon.
You're the teacher. So you're the one who's teaching everything.
I try.
Oh, right.
He learns fast, and then we have other, in our way, we always encourage more
exchange.
Yes, not necessary, but even like my grandfather's time, we started this way of training. He would invite different styles to come in to teach his son. And he encouraged my uncle and my dad to go out and learn different styles.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, for him, he learned many styles, but my grandfather started the martial art. But at different times, there's more style that come to Vietnam. When it was his time, it's more like the traditional Vietnamese art, the Cambodian style martial art,
some Chinese,
the Khmer and the Chinese, more those. And that's what he loved, and that's what he trained. But when my uncle and my that time, more style like karate, judo, and aikido, and
the classical stuff.
yeah, the more wider area comes to Vietnam. So he will encourage them to go out and learn. So the way we run is very open. You know, we learn more and we use whatever works.
Okay, I tell you what. Next time I come here, I'll come in 4 months, 5 months. Okay, without the press. Okay, without the press. Okay? I will come here and train with you guys. Okay. Okay, but no press. Just like as a martial artist.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be fantastic.
Okay, but for me, the first step is very important, no? To see the person, feel the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after it, we can do what we want. It's action, you know. Like we can talk about martial arts. You know that. Do you have any idea what are the rumors they said before I come here?
I try not to pay attention.
I'll let you know because I was concerned. They told me that I'm gonna get in the trap. They're gonna jump on me. They're gonna attack me. They're gonna put me KO. It's gonna take 10 guys waiting for me outside the door. You have no idea what they're saying. Okay? That Johnny is making you a trap. It's crazy stuff, you know.
Well, rumors in the press will always be like that.
Yeah, of course. How long you been doing martial arts?
It's 4 to 5 years here. Yeah, it's Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
My master.
Okay. So when is the next competition? You don't know yet, right? It depends on the visa, right?
Yeah.
I think the next one will be soon because I mean we missed 3 times already.
Oh yeah, his attempts and failed.
Well, one time because he went to the first time because he went to Malaysia. He competed in Malaysia and he won the tournament there, the MMA tournament there. So that's when ONE FC want to bring him in, you know, to the roster and schedule a fight for him right away. But during the fight in the Malaysia, he had a small torn toe, like the ligament, so he couldn't compete that time. Fast forward 6 months later, when he could compete, he scheduled for Macau, right? And then we say, oh great, fantastic. So, but we find out the visa for Vietnamese to go to Macau is $1,300 each person.
Are you kidding me?
To get the visa for one person, how do we bring the whole team to support him?
It'd be like $20,000. It's crazy.
So we couldn't go. And then the next one they scheduled for Shanghai. We said, okay, Shanghai is be easy, China.
Yeah.
But then right before we go, they said, well, you have to get a business visa. Because you go there to fight for money, and then you have to pay tax and things like that. And then we couldn't get the business visa in time. With business visa, it's like, you know, a lot more paperwork. I think he's in the good, mature time to fight now.
The more you wait, the more you want to fight.
The more energy build up.
Exactly. like inside is like this. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel that with one hack, but now I give up. So it's the same thing, you know, like 8 years or you know. But I understand. Be patient. That's good. So you open every day here? Every day on the week?
Me?
Here.
I live here.
No, but it's open every day. Oh, you were here when I came before.
I was sleeping here. You should have just tell the guy to go wake me up. I live here.
Okay, I see.
We kind of live in this, you know, everybody live here. We have like maybe 15 people. And back to, we like see the kids are training right now. It's very traditional. We keep what is traditional. The
one part traditional, one
we,
part more modern.
We keep the core of what is needed, you know, because I feel as we grow more as a sport, we let go of the
The root.
The root where it's more about just being strong inner strength as opposed to trying to achieve. You know, as a sport, you're trying to achieve. You reach out. You know, you're not trying to reach in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're champion one day, but the day after?
Yeah. You live it yourself, and you have to beat the guy in here. So we try to, of course, adapt with the growth of the sport.
Yeah.
But keeping the core of what is.
Because I went to see over there. There's pictures. That's your grandfather?
Yes, that's my grandfather.
That's your father?
My father's father.
Oh, your grandfather?
Yes.
This is your father. Okay.
That's my grandfather up there.
Okay.
And my father is in the States.
In the States. You were born here?
I was born here in 1974.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the States in 83.
83, okay.
And then I came back here 2005. So, yes, you said we have a lot of customers lately because rumors of you coming. Okay, well, that's one good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a good for you, of course. But that's the good thing about when you're putting this beautiful part of martial art of exchange. It doesn't need all the time be technical exchange. You know, sometimes the first step is the more important step is to know the person. You can feel the person. Okay, you know the real intention of the person, and later it's easier. You know, if you do exchange because you're already friends. Understand? But this is very important. You know, the step of coming, talking, sharing, and knowing the other people. And
we have many. Sometimes we have guest teacher. Like we have a martial artist that comes from maybe Russia, you know,
yeah.
And he offers his time in Vietnam, you know, to share his knowledge. And we run like a seminar for some of our fighters, you know. And then we have guys from, you know, like MMA fighter from maybe Australia or something. They come, and we often promote, you know, the guest teacher to come and train here. We have guys from like another martial art, you know. Because I feel that how we grow is by sharing and not by separating.
Exactly. Yes. It's for an application. But well, you did a lot of fight before, right? You did the exchange back in the days, you know, like. But you did, right?
Long time ago.
Well, you're doing now, but you used to do before. This is the best way to what can I say? To understand what it's martial art, you know? Don't you agree?
When I look back, it's the best way to challenge your own self.
Exactly, but that's the goal of it,
that's
you
the
know?
mentality, yeah. I encourage people to compete, you know, because through competition, they really grow a lot more. You can train as a hobby, and it'll be like a hobby. It'll be fun activity. But to really, really understand and get deep into the heart, you compete, and then push you to train to the limit. Yes?
Yeah.
And only at the limit do you discover, you know, that truth, the Tao.
Exactly.
The Tao.
Yeah.
And if, you know, you don't get it yet, you keep going, by trying to achieve, by trying to acquire, you will learn that in the end it's about not acquiring. You have it all already. It's about.
This is your father who teach you this? Is your father who teach you, or your grandfather?
You cannot teach.
But one thing, but there's always a main person who really.
My father really encouraged me and lay out the background. But when I get it, I realized martial art is not about the words. You know, my grandfather, he said one line that's very, very simple. Martial art
not about talking. It's about doing.
I love this. You know, my grandmother said, "Let the hands talk."
Yeah.
That's the best way, you know.
But it's about the inner discovery, and we cannot teach that verbally. You can say sometimes to the
Not much.
yes the more mature student, and then eventually it kind of click. You know, as they train, as they just try to maximize themselves, they find it inside. It's self-discovery.
But there's a way of saying that the techniques are the tools to go somewhere, but the philosophy is to understanding why you have to go there. So you always need both, you know?
I think in the end, you find that you travel home.
True.
And then you think you're traveling somewhere, but you're just going home.
Yeah, true, exactly. Well, so I'm coming back on July, I think. July, because in July we're gonna make a bridge. Yeah, every year we try to make things for. We make bridges in the south of Vietnam so the people can cross. You know?
Oh.
Every year we make a charity back at the school in Canada, and we build bridge. So I'm gonna come around June, July, and then when I come here, I will come train with you guys.
Wonderful.
Okay. Only us, okay? Okay. We're gonna because now it's the press, but later it's gonna be only us. We're gonna. I'm gonna see how good you are. This is good. So but you can show me some skill of your kicks. You're still doing the kicks. Come on.
No.
No. Come on. Don't say no.
I say this bunch of dancing particles that are in here, not meant for this anymore.
Oh, you turn the page. Come on.
You hit a point when you realize that you're already there. There's no more.
Ah, okay.
traveling.
You reached.
There's no need to travel. It's a very fantastic feeling. All the time. Now I enjoy my pond over there. You're taking care of the trees and even video games.
Oh, you have? What are you playing?
I play soccer.
FIFA.
Yeah, I play PES.
Oh, yeah, PS. You're good at it? Yeah, you're good.
Pretty good.
You play online?
I not play online. I just play at home.
Okay. Online is a different story.
Yeah, I know. I think there's so many, too many good players on there. I don't want to challenge myself anymore.
It's not good for your ego. Let it there.
I don't want to challenge myself anymore. It's just about enjoyment.
Okay.
So when the level is too hard, I put it down.
Okay, I can have fun now. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, good. So maybe I'm gonna ask my students, because my students sometimes they come here to Saigon. I told to come because here there's a lot of martial art. Very nice place for martial art, and I come to Vietnam. You can discover really like martial art here and martial art in Canada. There's completely different. You know, Canada is more like a hobby. You know, like a hobby. Oh, I do martial art, and after 6 months they quit. But here, just the Vietnamese, when they follow a master, they really mean it. You know, like they're more serious about it. And I told my students to come.
I think that everywhere there is maybe different type. You know, some people it's the same. They just like it because they see it on TV. You know. Some people, that's their way of life.
Exactly.
I can't live without it, basically.
So usually they told to come here and make visits some schools, so I can tell to come see you guys, my students.
Yeah.
So exchange. That's what I want to do. Is like
we have a few students from the foreign. They have the one guy from Switzerland.
Yeah.
He does security work, and maybe for 6 months he makes enough money. He comes to Vietnam. He lives for 6 months. He comes train here, and then he out of money.
Go back.
Security work. Come here. 6
Really? That's amazing.
Did that 3 times already.
Oh,
Wonderful guy. And then we have like a lady from Germany, you know, she works and she only have maybe just a week of vacation a year.
And she come here.
Come here and then she stay in one of the rooms. It's fantastic.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I will give them the. I will contact. We'll contact, and then we.
But we always open here. I think 7 days a week.
That's why you don't go to downtown. You're very happy here.
Happy.
You don't need to go there.
I live my passion here. It's beautiful too.
Yeah, I understand now. I understand. Okay, first you told me, why the guy doesn't come to downtown? You know, when I come see here, it's okay. I understand now.
Yeah,
No traffic, no light, no sounds.
I don't like to go into the traffic area. It's just stuck in there.
Okay, well, Johnny, really a pleasure to meet you. And I will see you guys in a few months. I will come here and we will do martial art. Good? All right, thank you for having me.
It would be great, yeah. Wonderful to meet you.
Me too. You're really a good
Let's
guy.
hug, yeah?
Yeah. We're gonna play a game one day. We're gonna show you who's good. All right.
Nice to meet you.
You too. So I'll see you in a few months, okay?
Nice.
All right.
We wait for you, okay?
Yes, I will let you know. I'll contact.